and we're going to go outside, if you will, and talk about the efforts of the extension agent in Richmond County. Campbell Vaughn is the brand new holder of that job. He replaces Sid Mullis, who replaced Clyde Lester. You have some legendary footsteps to follow in, Campbell.
Yeah, those guys are big time. So, and I've known them throughout their careers. I did an internship when I was in agriculture school at the University of Georgia with Clyde when Sid was an assistant, and then came back when I went through landscape architecture school when Sid was in charge, and took the internship with them. And so I've been down there a lot, know the secretaries, and know the other agents in there, the one for 4-H and the one for the food and consumer sciences, so family and consumer sciences. So,
well, this was almost your destiny then, don't you think?
You know, I probably wouldn't have been looking for another job unless it opened up, and with two guys retiring with 30 years of experience, it doesn't open up very often. So,
no.
and Richmond County is my home, so it's just what a great opportunity for sure.
Well, Richmond County is your home, and the Vaughn family has a rich history of community service, so I'm glad you're in the job, and I'll start with what I know about it, then we can just sort of expand from there. When I think of an extension agent, I think of someone who can help me horticulturally, who can give me advice on how to make sure that the things that I grow are going well. That's part of it, right? People hit you up for advice on their yards constantly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. And of course, the County Extension Service, and I'm in the agriculture and natural resources portion of that. So, you know, in 159 counties throughout the state, every county is going to be different. You know, Burke County is going to be more row crop stuff, but you know, you're going to have Columbia County, Richmond County are going to be more horticulture-based, landscape-based stuff, and which is a lot of my background there. And so, yes, that's right. You know, if you've got a question about something going on in your yard, should be the #1 resource to come to.
Is there a question that you're getting right now, September, October, November, this time of year, where people are saying, okay, help me with this? If so, what is it?
You know, this time of year is not as hectic, obviously, as springtime would be when things start flushing back out. A lot of it is kind of maintenance stuff that allows us to, you know, to work our way into winter and frost and that type thing. You know, getting plants ready for the season, dealing with some fungus issues because of the cooler nights and moisture in the soils and stuff like that. So we do get more problems this time of year than trying to rebuild, but yeah, but it's a little bit slower in terms of our call stuff. But you know, what's unique about what I do is there's you know, we get all kinds of different calls. You know, some will be about insects, some will be about, you know, people down in southern Richmond County that are planting food plots for deer. They ask, you know, questions about that, and of course soil sampling and that type of thing. So, you
know, Sid had mentioned before he retired that the even-numbered years had struck him as years where we saw a lot of armyworms. Are you getting a lot of armyworm calls still?
Well, I haven't gotten a lot of those this year. We have seen some of them, but they seem to be pretty prevalent throughout the state.
They sure do.
Yeah, and we had some in some Georgias and some, you know, in some buddies of mine's yards. So, you know, they're fairly easy to treat, but except in a yard. But when they get out into the bigger areas that have a lot of Bermuda, like golf courses, or in pastures especially too, they can really wreak havoc.
I won't make you talk about yards the whole time, even though I want to. But just before we change the subject, is there anything we as homeowners should be doing right now, plant or grass-wise?
You know, the best thing to do is soil sampling right now, and I actually got an article coming out this week a little bit about it, talking about trying to find your nutrients. You know, go to our website, which is extension@uga.edu, and figure out how to do our soil sampling. You take them in. It's a good time to come in. We want to do it, you know, every 3 to 5 years and find out what is going on with your soils. We want to make sure the pH is correct so we can, you know, so it can get the right amount of limes in, and so we can get fertilizers down that are actually going to get absorbed into the soil. So pH is super important, and this is a really good time of year to do that.
Have you been on the job long enough to sense the interest in 4-H among our young people? Because I've always been blown away at how big it is.
It's huge, and I think we get, I read 163,000 kids in Georgia or take on that. So it is huge. And it's interesting too. It's just like our county is a lot different than Burke County, and which is a lot different than Columbia County in terms of what we do. And we've got a great agent here named Robin Turry, and we've been trying to work together to really figure out what we can do to work together to kind of keep that going. But youth education is important, and that program 4-H is fantastic.
You know, one of the places where we see that love on display is at the Georgia-Carolina State Fair. The Augusta Exchange Club, Campbell and I are both members, are proud to put that on each year. How much of a role are you going to play? I would imagine a huge one when it comes to the agricultural and livestock side of the fair.
Yeah, they are. It's actually the Clyde and Sid are both part of members of that, and they're really having trouble letting go. We're kind of laughing at them a little bit. So, but you know, a lot of that stuff comes through our office in terms of you know, the applications coming through, and the program assistants and the secretaries down there love being a part of it, and actually 4-H is going to have a bigger part in it this year in terms of exhibitions and stuff like that. And so, you know, it's neat how we are able to work with Exchange Club, work with the county, and obviously put on that fair and really get to see what these kids can do. So,
what do you attribute the interest in that kind of stuff to? Kids are so distracted these days with video games and with technology in general. How do you make them love the land and animals?
You know, you see that, and unfortunately, we don't get kids from Richmond County to do that because 4-H tends to be more in the schools, more teaching. But when you get down to Burke County and you see, in these more rural counties, it is amazing to see the level of respect these kids have for what's going on and how they're, you know, raising animals and doing such neat stuff. And it just seems to be more of a rural area for that. But I love seeing a 6-year-old, you know, toting a goat into the ring when we at the fair. It's, you know, it's just neat to really see them thrive and smile and show pride in themselves and their work and their animals.
And that's the thing, when you start to talk to these kids, you see how much hard work goes into it, and there is a lot of pride and well earned. Any goals or hopes that you have here in the early going after you've taken office that you want to accomplish as our extension agent?
You know, we're here to educate, so mainly, you know, I want people to use our service. We're here to do that, and I think people do, but, you know, we've got the resources to make it happen. You know, I was throwing around a little bit of an idea. I grew up hunting and fishing and that type of stuff, and I have a lot of friends that are local that do it, and we're even trying to push around a little idea of having wildlife clubs. You know, we have a growers meeting, which we try to educate some of the local growers, some of the master gardeners and stuff about things going on in the field of horticulture and landscape, availability for credits for pesticide applicators, licenses and stuff like that. But I want something that's going to be a little more kind of fun that deals with the wildlife and fish management, and, you know, kind of a social gathering thing, but also make it educational where we can show stuff that University of Georgia is putting out research-wise, and they can see what we're doing and what we can do to help make their experience out in the woods and on the fishing more fun.
Probably my last question, how are we doing when it comes to treating our environment the way we need to be treating it? Still room for improvement as you look at the population as a whole, or in Richmond County, are we decent stewards?
You know, it's interesting. I had a meeting with the folks in Augusta the other day, and we were talking a lot of it, you know, environmental issues deals with water runoff stuff.
Yep.
And, you know, it's just never a good idea to put a lot of pesticides out and have the stuff run into our streams. You know, you don't want to use pesticides unless you have to, and they can make an effect on stuff. But for the most part, I think Augusta has done a pretty good job of managing that. But we also have the luck that we have as much water as we do, and we have the absorption rates in the soils that we do, to where we're not getting the kind of runoff that goes into the rivers. So.
Well, I know that you have hit the ground running already. I know that it's just going to get busier, but I want to thank you for taking the job and for helping us all when we try to figure out how to manage the environment and the outdoors in general. Campbell, it's a great job, and I'm glad you're in it.
Well, I'm enjoying it, and I'm pleased to use our services. We're glad to help. That's what we're here to do. So.
Well, don't be afraid to call your Richmond County Extension agent or any of the agents that Campbell referenced throughout the counties of the great state of Georgia. They're here to help you, here to answer your questions, and hopefully here to provide some fellowship maybe if those clubs come together. Absolutely. As you hope. I hope so. Campbell Vaughn, we appreciate you.
Thank you, Brad.
Absolutely.